question was asked to me, what can they do about this? I simply said, look, you guys didn't put the work in. He did. Hey guys, Jason Harris here with Digital Dealership Solutions. Hey, thanks for joining me in another episode of The Drive. Today, guys, I want to share a story with you, and something I just want you guys to think a little bit about. Your salespeople and their social media efforts. There's a lot of thoughts when it comes to training your salespeople and their social media efforts. And look, the bottom line is that they can do some amazing things. Each of your salespeople has a community, and they can continue to build that community professionally. One thing you guys need to be aware of, though, is how much branding, right, is those social media efforts being done on your behalf or being done on the salesperson's behalf, right? I have a dealership that called me up. We don't work with them, all right? And they just needed some advice on what they should be doing and how they should kind of proceed. They had a salesperson there that worked for 4 years, okay? And for 4 years, this salesperson did a phenomenal job of spending 2 to 3 hours a day developing out social content, videos, posts, images, right? That were always being shared and always being boosted, all right, through the dealership's Facebook or Instagram account, okay? Over those 4 years, this gentleman went from a community of roughly about 400 followers to 28,000 followers. A large majority of these people were people that are servicing vehicles with the dealership, have purchased vehicles with the dealership, or have interacted with the dealership in some other level. He did a phenomenal job of connecting with the individuals and creating a community around the dealership. Now, after 4 years, all right, there was difference of opinions, and the salesperson decided to move on. Fortunately, they moved on to a dealership literally just right up the street. Now, what the salesperson took along with them was that community of 28,000 people. You guys have to understand, he built the community. He put the work in, right? The dealership supported some of his efforts financially by boosting some of his posts, his videos, okay? Not necessarily probably the greatest idea. Those pieces of shot probably should have been handled and kept natively within the dealership's own Facebook or Instagram profile. The dealership is now hurting. This particular salesman has done a great job of explaining to people in a professional way. He's not being unprofessional. In a professional way that he's decided to move on and moved up the street. All right? They are consistently losing the 15 to 20 deals that this salesperson did on a regular basis for them. And unfortunately, there ain't much they can do about it. Now, yes, you guys paid, to boost some of his posts, but at the time, you guys financially got the advantage of those information. But he's the one that built that network, and unfortunately, he owns that network. Nothing you guys can do about it. Spoke with a lawyer buddy of mine. Fortunately, he said the exact same thing. There's two things you need to take from this story. A, the power that a salesperson has when they spend the time to develop out their own community, right? Which is a great thing, an amazing thing, right? But you guys need to make sure you guys have processes in place, all right, so that you guys are ownership of the development of that community, okay? They can still be a part of it, but it needs to be coming back to the original profile, right? The other part is, do you guys have a process in place for these individuals, all right? This is not something that's new. This is something that's going on actively right now. I just visiting another dealership today where a new salesperson just came on board from a previous dealership, does a great job of developing out his own video content, all right? The problem is that it's his own video content, and the salesperson was really clear that it was completely his, and in no way or form was he going to want to advertise the dealership onto it, right? So even though the salesperson is utilizing this content to create customers for the dealership at that given moment, that community that salesperson is going to be creating is going to be their community for the rest of time. Anyways, guys, look, hey, I'd love to hear what your guys' thoughts and opinions on this. I'm sure I'm going to get a mixed bag of thoughts and opinions on this. Drop me a comment down below. I thoroughly enjoy reading those. And thank you guys so much for your time. You have a wonderful day.